This past week, I arrived in Tokyo, a city I've dreamed of visiting for years. I'm here as a professional ballet dancer touring with my company, but this trip is so much more than just another stop on the map. It's the culmination of a long, challenging chapter, one that began with surgery back in November. Recovery hasn't been easy. I haven't quite yet returned to the form I'd hoped for. There were setbacks, doubts, and moments where I questioned if I'd make it back at all. So being here now feels bittersweet. I may not be dancing at my absolute peak, but I'm on the other side of the world, soaking in the culture, the food, the beauty, and the magic of Tokyo. Come along with me for this adventure, the highs, the lows, the moments in between, as I navigate life, dance, healing, halfway across the globe. Good morning, everyone. It is day one in Tokyo, and we're gonna go out to, I'm gonna botch the names, Shinjuku. So it's not Shibuya.
We're going to walk down there.
I've got no idea where we're going. I'm just gonna follow. It should be an exciting day. We don't have to work at the company today, so we're just going to do some shopping, touristy things, and I honestly can't wait to take you on this adventure with us. So let's get going.
How beautiful.
We've only been in the hotel, but first impressions of Japan. Go.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and everything is exquisite. So much attention to detail, beautiful. I have no words. Food is exceptional.
On my day's breakfast, I didn't film it, I will film it tomorrow, but breakfast had everything.
The quality of the service and the quality of everything that you are given is just incomparable.
This is not paid advertisement, by the way. So the very first culture shock of many was how boiling hot it was in comparison to rainy, cold Britain. It was absolutely sweltering, but what was even more surprising was how busy the subway stations were. Now, the subway stations in Japan were huge, like shopping mall size. Almost every single one that I saw, I got lost in. It was actually quite confusing and not somewhere you want to navigate on your own, and especially not to navigate without Wi-Fi. Also, our ballet friends kind of stuck out like sore thumbs because they were so tall, but that was the initial impression.
I wanna stay right here. I wanna stay right here. I wanna stay right here. I wanna stay right.
We decided to go to the Meiji Jingu Shrine, which is one of the most iconic shrines in Japan. There are shrines absolutely everywhere, but this one is really sweet because it has a forest on the lead up to it, because it provides a little bit more tranquility in the busyness of Tokyo. So apparently we are going to some sort of temple. I'm not sure about the name, so I'll pop it up on the screen right now. It's very hot, so underneath these trees, I obviously don't do very well with heat. I didn't realise this. Ava, talk on the vlog. Say hi to the vlog.
Hello, you okay?
How are you finding it so far?
It's nice. We've only been here like a couple of
20
hours.
minutes.
Yeah. But so far so good. What's this called?
Meiji Shrine?
Meiji Jingu Temple.
Yeah, what she said.
We have great tour guides. We're not really doing much work. Me and Hannah kind of just following along. It's really quite nice. But yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Super hot.
Super
We're
hot.
having a lot of water and
Yeah,
stuff.
on my days.
I've got a dramatic fan going on.
Get your electrolytes in, everybody.
Yeah, Pocari Sweat.
Guys, they're not
really
sponsoring the video.
Sorry. Yeah.
Let's do this. Where are we going?
I think it's down here.
Do we know what it means? So these big intimidating gates are actually called the Torii gates, which you pass through on your way to the Meiji Jingu Shrine. They're actually the largest in Japan, so they were quite magnificent to see. The actual shrine was really, really beautiful, and obviously because it's a tourist attraction, there were so many people there. We then headed and mooched around a few shops on our way to Shinjuku because we wanted to see the Scramble Crossing. All the cafes were really cute, and the food here was actually super, super cheap in comparison to the UK. So a meal where you'd normally eat out, maybe between 15 to 30 pounds, was like 6 to 10 pounds. It was really, really cheap. We also had to go to the Yumiko store, a dancer's dream. I've always wanted to go to the Yumiko store. It had so many beautiful leotards, and definitely Yumiko is in fashion in the UK for ballet dancers and all around the world. So I tried on a few leotards. I have to say, trying on leotards is not always the most fun experience. We all have different relationship with our bodies, and right now I have to say that my relationship with my body is struggling a little bit more because I've been off and injured for a while. and that's okay. It's totally fine to go through different phases and different seasons with your body, and at this particular moment in time I was definitely struggling with the fact that my body wasn't operating quite the way I was hoping it to. And I think we need to be open about that and speak about that. Anyway, back to the touristy stuff. We actually ended up going to the Scramble Crossing and going up on this cafe. You can go to this sky tower to see it from really high up, but you did have to pay quite a lot, so we didn't end up doing that. We just went to a free cafe. Actually, there was a Starbucks there, and this was the menu. I love seeing like normal chained restaurants in the UK and seeing the difference they have in other countries, and can I tell you, there was a lot of matcha on the menu. In every single restaurant that like I'm used to, there was just loads of matcha. Pretty much anywhere that you go, you know, McDonald's or Starbucks, matcha was literally all over the place, because obviously Japan is known for its green tea and its matcha. I personally don't like matcha, but I did try a few. Still can't get converted to it, to be honest with you. There was these really cute little bakeries on our way to lunch. A lot of people went to this little joint here, which was like a nice cafe brunchy type thing, but I really wanted something authentic Japanese. So me and Matilda actually ended up going to like a little noodle shop down the road, and let me tell you, it was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed this meal, and especially after all the plain food, I just needed something like real and proper and cooked. By the end of my stay in Japan though, I have to say I had quite enough of all the noodles and rice, but for these first few days I was really enjoying it. We went in and saw a few stationery shops and also found a grocery store, because there was a real lack of just like fresh whole fruit near the hotel where we were staying. So I really tried to top up buying apples all the time. Fruit there was very expensive. Food in general wasn't, but fresh fruit and veg seemed to be more on the pricey side. We then ended up going into Uniqlo, because that is a very Japanese brand, I believe. They actually have the biggest Uniqlo in the world here, and later on in the video, if you keep watching, you'll get to see that. We also went on this Tower Park garden on top of the city. Me and Matilda were enjoying our time before we were going to go back to the hotel. We were very tired because obviously we just travelled 24 hours. We were really trying to soak up every single bit of this new world that we were living in. These were also the vending machines. They were absolutely everywhere. So these vending machines where you could get water and also electrolyte drinks, because it's so hot here, they were everywhere. Like on every street corner you could pretty much go up and get something from the vending machine. Once we got back to the hotel, we did start doing a little bit of a workout, a little bit of stretch, just for an hour, just to get our bodies moving after the long flight. My foot was a little bit inflamed post flying, so I was just trying to see where it was at, because we had a long day the next day. I also want to use this time to thank Halara for sponsoring this video. Throughout a lot of the clips you've already seen and the clips you are going to see, I am wearing their amazing clothes. I have to say, they make me feel myself. I think with clothes you want something that expresses your individuality, but also where you feel comfortable wearing them, and also for the extremely hot temperatures, I needed quite a lot of variety of clothing that was a little bit cooler for this climate. And what I love about their clothes, you can see here, I wear it in the gym, but I can also wear it out as like a statement piece of casual clothing. Here I'm wearing one of the dresses one night when we had our final day in Japan, which you'll see in future vlogs. But everything about these clothes makes me feel like I can be myself, that I can feel comfortable in what I'm wearing. I'm always out and about and I'm always dancing wherever I am, and it's so great because I can just kick out a quick leg kick. A lot of them have shorts underneath the dresses as well, so they're just perfect for a very active lifestyle, which is literally my life. Like, I'm always dancing wherever I am. It doesn't matter if I'm on the streets of Shinjuku or I'm literally in the airport on the way there, I'm always dancing. So Halara is a way that I can express my individuality and feel really comfortable in what I'm wearing, and it's not prohibiting me from just really being myself. You can use my code 1515Hannah to enjoy 15% off full priced items. I will link all of the items in the description down below. There are so many that I wore in this video, like I can't even keep count. But this dress in particular, this denim one, is so pretty. I was kind of worried it wouldn't be cool enough for this weather, but honestly their clothes are very breathable as well, which makes them perfect and ideal for lots of different climates. Anyway, back to the video. The next day I got up, I did my quiet time, and I headed down to breakfast, which was super amazing. There was so many options at this breakfast, let me tell you. Like, there was so many things that I'd never even seen before. They had like all sorts of mochi and salmon, and they had curry, there was salad. This was often the only salad I saw all day, so I ended up taking stuff from breakfast to take for lunch so I could just get some leaves in. But I found out 2 or 3 days later that they didn't like that particularly much, and they stopped me from allowing me to take anything for breakfast, which was very sad. But overall, the breakfast was like literally a 9 out of 10. Good morning everyone, we are on the train on the way to the theatre. It's our first day in the theatre today. We've got rehearsal and we have our first show tomorrow. It's not that quiet, it's not too quiet. It is a bit quiet, but and everyone is staring at us, but it's okay. They stare at their phones, so it's better to stare at us. So this was our first day in the theatre, and we certainly had a lot of people in our changing room. It was quite a big changing room, and there was also a studio in the theatre, which I always appreciate when there is a studio actually in the theatre, because it means that when people are on and I'm not in the act, I can go and train, and that just gives me a lot of flexibility, especially rehabbing while I'm out here. I was preparing for company class. To be really honest with you, my ankle since the flight hadn't felt 100% right, so I was feeling a little bit apprehensive about how this class was going to go or how my foot was going to feel. My biggest problem at the moment is plie. So I just finished class and had some lunch, which I just took from breakfast this morning, some nice salad, because there is a real lack of like salad here, I find, like just fresh, completely fresh, like leaves, raw veg, nothing cooked. A lot of things are sauteed or fried, which is fine, but I just needed some like fresh veg. And now I'm heading to the Kappabashi Avenue, which is supposed to be like kitchenware avenue with loads of like cute bowls, ceramics, everything kitchen. I recently moved into a new flat like a couple of months ago, so I am going to go see if there's anything there for me. It's also kind of all over TikTok at the moment, so I'm excited to see what's there. So I was on my way to Kappabashi Street, also known as the Kitchen Town. It's a dream destination for chefs, foodies, and anyone curious about Japanese culinary culture. In hindsight, the 25-minute walk in the 35-degree heat was probably not the best idea, so I do recommend getting the subway. But when I say this was endless amounts of pots, pans, dishes, bowls, like knives, spoons, absolutely anything you can imagine kitchen was here, and it was endless. I also found these little Shino sake cups. They're handcrafted in Mino tradition. Each cup reflects the unique flame and earth of Japan. No two are alike, each one is a story in itself. I was so close to buying one of these, but I was really unsure if I got one, what it would look like, and I didn't want to risk it for the biscuit. It was also quite expensive. I did actually find a lot of the items here at Kappabashi Street were quite pricey. Especially, I actually bought a hairbrush that I really liked the look of, and it was £20. So it's not necessarily cheap here, but I think the quality of the items that you get are top notch. They had these really cute little chopstick holders. I did want to get one, but at the same time I was like, will I really use it? I'm not sure. I'm very much a practical person when shopping. I'm like, if I'm going to use it, I'll buy it. But if I'm not going to use it, then I will not purchase it, which is why I definitely didn't buy any of these fake food displays, but they were very cool to look at. I'm still kind of confused why there were so many of them, but when I say they look really realistic, like this is not real food, this is all fake food. We've had rehearsal and now we are walking to one of the biggest Uniqlos in the world, I believe. Is this one of the biggest Uniqlos in the world? I'm claiming it is.
Oh, it's from here.
Okay.
So you would assume that
so I'm assuming, okay. So we only had 2 hours between this and the show, but we decided to go to Ginza, Tokyo's most upscale shopping district. Think sleek architecture, luxury boutiques, art galleries and glowing signs that light up the night like a modern dream. It's where traditional elegance meets cutting-edge design. Right in the heart of it sits the world's largest Uniqlo, a 12-story flagship store that's basically a fashion lover's playground. For me, personally, I don't feel like Uniqlo completely fits my style, but it was very cool to see the store. We didn't actually end up getting to the top because we did have to get back to do the show. But it was fun to kind of have a little look at it. We didn't manage to get back to it. So after the dress run, I wasn't in Act 3, so I spent the evening, the last hour of the day, to do all of my exercises for my ankle. Okay, so guys, it's 10 PM and we had a stage call and I did a workout in the middle of it too because I'm just doing walk-on rolls at the moment. It's my first time back on stage, which was fun. Now we've got to get back, which takes a little bit of time. Time to get back, get some sleep and do it all over again tomorrow. So this was certainly a day full of adventure, also a lot of work because we did a couple of runs of the show and class and everything. But the next day I got up nice and early to do my stretches. I was trying to get into a good routine because obviously doing walk-on rolls, I'm not getting to train as much as I would like to, or I felt like I had been, and I was hoping there would be a swimming pool in the hotel because there was on the website, but apparently it's not summer yet, even though it's 35 degrees and this gym had no air conditioning. So every time I was training in here, I was literally sweating like a pig. But anyhow, I still got up and I did it, but the heat was definitely a factor in making it a bit challenging. But yeah, the pools weren't open because it wasn't summer yet, which I was very disappointed about because I felt like pool, ballet and all of that was quite essential to my rehab, but I was really trying to adapt and really trying to do my best with the situation that I had. I think that's when you're traveling, that's all you can do is do the best that you can with what you have. And we were walking, almost 20,000 steps a day, as well as doing the shows and doing class every day. Here I was warming up for company class, and to be honest, my range in my ankle, especially for plie, was not great. So I was starting to be like, okay, what is my body trying to tell me? And sometimes when you're in the middle of a foreign country, it's very difficult to know exactly if you're just feeling a bit off because you're jet lagged and everything is different, or if there's something going on with your body. And that was something I was trying to figure out as I went along. I've never really had to manage an injury while traveling before, so this was a new experience for me. I was meant to have some coaching at the end of this day or in the middle of the rehearsal, but it ended up not happening. I did some training on my own, and to be honest, my ankle was feeling a bit swollen, so I was really just trying to elevate it and take care of it. And I went to this amazing restaurant called Ichi Ramen, or I'll put the name up on the screen. These are really popular. It's actually a chain of ramen restaurant that I saw quite a few times when I was in Japan, and they literally had pretty much only that one item on the menu, but the broth was amazing, and you could actually choose how rich you wanted the broth, and you just went on a vending machine, kind of clicked it before you went in the restaurant, and then they kind of passed you through the ramen through this little doorway. It was quite a fun experience. The next day, again, warming up for company class. And this was actually the last company class I took while I was out there because I did have a little flare up with my ankle, which I will explain in the next clip. Good morning everyone. Wow, I look very tired. It is Sunday. I have not vlogged very much the last 3 days because it's just been intense with lots and lots of shows and rehearsals, and obviously I'm not fully dancing just yet. Lots of walk-on rolls and like character dancing rolls and stuff like that. It's been like a lot to deal with, some of the emotions around not being fully back dancing. Sorry, my camera's not following me. Come on, hello. Thank you. So that's been a little bit difficult to kind of navigate. I'm so grateful to be here, but just wish I was fully dancing. And yeah, like in a bit of disbelief that I'm still struggling with this injury. A little bit of pain at the moment with my foot, which is never fun. I had an injury mentoring session late last night, so I'm feeling a little bit tired from that. Now I need to get to the theatre. Whoa, we are tired. Oh my days. Wake up. Recovery isn't a straight line. It's full of ups and downs, moments of triumph, and moments that test everything you've worked for. For me, this week in Tokyo was supposed to be the moment it all came together. The week where the pain, the rehab, the doubt, the late nights, the early mornings, the training when no one else was watching, it was all meant to feel worth it. But instead I was hit with a flare-up. It was honestly heartbreaking, but here's what I've learnt. Setbacks don't define you. Your response to them does. And I chose to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep soaking in every ounce of this incredible country, because I didn't come this far to give up now. So if you're in a tough season, whether you're recovering, rebuilding, or just trying to hold it together, please know you are not alone. You are stronger than you think. And the hard days, they don't last. I've still got dreams to chase, stages to dance on, and cultures to discover. And this journey, it's far from over. Join me next time as I keep exploring, keep growing, and never stop believing in what's possible. And you know what to do. If you made it to the end, make sure to drop this emoji in the comments so I know who the true motivators are. And don't forget to use my code 1515HANNAH for 15% off full-priced items with Halara. Trust me, you won't regret it. All items are linked in the description down below. And don't ever forget to keep dreaming big and making it happen.
Together